Defeated in a landslide, the sales tax in Wichita not increasing as voters overwhelmingly reject a 1% citywide hike. Good evening. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Jeff Herndon.
And I'm Julia Thatcher. The sales tax is one of nearly a dozen ballot questions we have tracked for months. You can see the results scrolling at the bottom of your screen.
And tonight we have team coverage. KSN's Peyton Steiner and Jasmine Aduse covering both sides of the Wichita sales tax vote. Raj Ganeker has reaction from Hutchinson city leaders on its sales tax vote, while Jackson Ward is taking a deep dive into the school bond projects.
And we begin with Peyton Steiner live in downtown Wichita. Peyton, you spoke with people who have been outspoken against the sales tax from the get-go.
Yeah, Jeff, Julia, I visited the Wichita Vote No Coalition just after the third round of unofficial results came in, and people were already packing out confident that this issue was not going to pass. From the first round of unofficial results, it was clear that the yes votes would have an uphill battle, but that margin only increased as the results came in. 81% of voters turned down the sales tax hike. Celeste Brissett with the Vote No Coalition says she thinks this will send a message to City Hall.
People are really discouraged and disappointed in their elected officials. They feel like they're not doing their job. So I think what this does is send a clear message to elected officials. We want you to do your job. We want you to be fiscal conservatives with our money and know what you're spending it on.
She went on to say that she is in favor of almost everything that the tax would have funded, from homeless services and fire and police upgrades among them. She would also be in favor of a funding plan created by city leadership and city manager rather than a proposal given to them from an outside source, in this case from Wichita Forward. Here for you at City Hall, Peyton Steiner, KSN News 3.
Peyton, thank you. The group that came up with the sales tax proposal, you just heard Wichita Forward, is cutting their losses.
Yeah, KSN's Jasmine Aduse joins us now live from East Wichita, where the nonprofit made up of business leaders and entrepreneurs just spoke to the media. Jasmine.
Members of Wichita Forward were hopeful this 1% sales tax would pass, but when the first results were released, they knew that would not be the case. They say the 5 things this tax would have funded: public safety, homelessness, and housing, Century 2, a downtown performing arts center, and property tax relief are significant issues for the community. They believed it would have given the city long-term stability as it faces a budget shortfall. While they say their campaign for this measure is now over, they still want to figure out a long-term plan for economic growth.
I would tell you, all of us involved in this coalition wake up for the last several years and decades as families and businesses and organizations to try and make Wichita be all that it can be, and that work continues tomorrow. And even if we'd won, that work would continue tomorrow. It doesn't change who we are, who we're trying to be, and what our hopes are for this community.
Supporters here say while they're disappointed, they believe voters still care about the issues tied to this proposal. So as for what comes next, city council members say they will hold a meeting with the city manager and mayor to discuss contingency plans for the budget. Here for you, Jasmine Aduse, KSN News 3.
Jasmine, thank you. Wichita city leaders also reacting to the rejection of the sales tax. Mayor Lily Wu says her vote for the special election was a, quote, mistake, going on to say, quote, it was big, broad, and fast. It asked for a level of trust many Wichitans were not ready to extend, and we must take that lesson seriously.
Meanwhile, council member Joseph Shepard said, quote, let this moment be a learning opportunity for both sides to earn trust, create transparent processes with our community, and build a strong, more prosperous future we can all be proud of.